You've just stepped into the only place where Hornets sting, Panthers growl, and 49ers try not to blow a fourth quarter lead. Welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show, hosted by a guy who loves sports named Ethan. We're talking Queen City sports with just the right amount of bias and way too much caffeine. Let's get it going.
Welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show. I am personally very excited for this one because Spotify viewers, you may not be able to see this, but the background looks different, doesn't it? It looks very different. Yeah, I'm in a different little setup here. I'm in a little different setup, a little studio type action going on. Not a literal studio, like I'm not paying for this yet. Now, if this gets popular like I want it to be, it's going to be an actual studio, but not yet. It's going to be one day, probably, hopefully. But, so yeah, this is the first episode that I'm recording in this new setup. So, welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show. If you're on Spotify, then subscribe to my YouTube channel called capital E Ethan, capital T, the capital B broadcaster. If you're on YouTube, follow me on Spotify. Link in the channel bio or description of this video. Before we start, I have a fun game I do here before it starts if you're new here. Here's how it works. One game for viewers on a phone call every single episode, or a short game for myself to play if no viewers are here. Sports related every single time. If you would like to personally be a part of this short and fun game to get us started every day, it's usually like a trivia type thing based on Charlotte athletics or other athletics, depending on how I feel that day. Email me at all lowercase Ethan the Broadcaster, ETHANTHEBROADCASTER at gmail.com at gmail.com, Ethan the Broadcaster at gmail.com, or YouTube viewers, you have an easier way to do it. Click the email page in my YouTube channel's main description, copy and paste it, and there you go. And by the way, I have an Instagram for the podcast now. It is all lowercase at Buzz and Roar Show. So all lowercase at the at symbol, Buzz and Roar Show. That is the handle for the Instagram. Anyways, I do not have a viewer for me today, but I do have a little bit of a different game. It's more so of a game than it is a trivia type thing like I usually do. Because usually it's more of a trivia type thing-ish. This is like a penalty shooter, like, game kind of thing. I really don't know what it is, but we're going to go and take the first shot here. It is a soccer penalty shooting game. I do not cover soccer here on the Buzz and Roar Show yet. I am thinking of doing it, though, because I can cover the Charlotte FC team. That's a goal. Let's go. 1-0. Oh, I got to block this. Oh, let's go. Saved. Beautiful save there. Curve it. Oh, let's go. In the back of the net. Okay, yeah, no, I did not save that. Come on. Let's try and curve it up. Oh, that hit the top right post. I guess the Spotify viewers won't be able to see it, so it's a little bit less of a good game because y'all can't see it. And it's not like a hearing thing. It's more of a seeing thing. So this is just really promoting my channel. You better go to my YouTube channel to see what I'm playing. It's 2-2. There's 5 shots. It's my turn to shoot. That's in. 3-2. Come on. Oh, let's go. Saved. No chance. 3-2. If I get this, I win. I just realized. Oh, no way. It's 3-2. If he gets this, it's tied. It goes into extra. Missed. That's it. I win. I'm going to do that again. That was kind of fun. I'm going to do it again. Once again, I don't exactly know why I'm doing this. It's just a little bit it's different, you know? Come on, we're going to curve it to the left, then back to the right, then back to the left, then back to the right, then back to the left, then back to the right, then up. That did not work. That would have been hilarious if you could do that. Oh, shoot. Well, he scored. Okay. Come on. Left and then in. Oh, that would have been beautiful. I think what I got to do is hook it back down. Oh, saved. Beautiful save. If I can go to the right, then hook it back down like that. Oh, beautiful. Come on. Can't mess with me. It's 2-1. Oh, he got past me. That's good. That's good. Come on. To the right, then hooks back down. Oh, that's saved. 2-2. If he gets this, he's leading, and I will need the next one. Saved. Not even a competition. If I get this, I don't win, but it'd be big to try to win. That's in. It hit the crossbar and then back in. Come on. Come on. Saved. I'm just going to do one more. Why not? This is fun. It gets my mind off the fact that Charlotte 49ers football has been so bad this year. And I have to talk about them here in a second. Saved. Daggone it. Come on. Okay, let's go. Saved. Spotify viewers are so confused right now. Hey, if you're driving in the car, don't check out my YouTube because you'll have to watch it, you know? And I feel like that's illegal, you know? And most people listen to podcasts while in the car, so don't do that. I mean, and I hope none of these sound effects, like, scare you, because I've got sound effects. Like, did that scare you? Ah, you know? Or like, did that scare you? Or that? Ah, did that scare you? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it did not scare you. If I get this, I am so off topic. If I get this, then I win. It should cut back. Let's go. Too easy. You cannot mess with me. They're going to shoot for no reason to. And I save it anyways. Let's go. Okay. That's it for the game. That is it for the game. Guys, I have only had one person in history on this podcast with me. I want more people on this podcast. So not only do I want you guys to share this like I keep asking you to, I want you guys to email me so you can be on this podcast. It's free. You don't have to pay me a dime. It's to grow the channel, you know? But all right. Let's go ahead and go to some Charlotte 49ers football talk in the new setup. There is no excuse at all. Okay? Let's just start it up there. There's no excuse. There is no excuse at all. And honestly, I am going to make this segment quick because I do not feel like this and Charlotte 49ers basketball is going to be pretty quick because I do not feel like talking about it any more than I should. 49ers basketball plays a game tomorrow. That's besides the point, though. I'm talking about football. Off topic. It's going to be quick. All I'm going to do real quick is read a quote from the official Instagram page of the Charlotte 49ers football team from a fan. This is a quote from a fan after the game against Temple, 49-14 loss, that completely relates to how, let's say, every single 49ers football fan in the world feels right now. Like, that's how it relates. It really does. This quote right here amplifies exactly what every 49ers fan in the world thinks. And I quote this completely. Like, I copy and paste it so you guys would hear exactly what it is. And then there's a little summary at the end that I have. This is the quote. Just because we have a banged up team isn't an excuse that we lose by 50 to Temple. Why does every first year coach we play have such a better team than us? Why didn't Wilkie start? Why do our players fumble every carry? Why did our AD get fired not before getting a 4-year extension? Why are our players always random walk-ons? Why do we insist on playing a gauntlet of a non-conference schedule despite being a 10-year-old program? Nothing we do ever makes sense. Our poor fans are the only people in this program that constantly deliver. That is it. That's all I have to say. That is a complete quote from a fan of the 49ers organization. A fan. That is a complete and utter quote. That's all I have to say. It's poor coaching. It's poor play execution, poor play calling, poor everything. Just terrible across the board. It looks horrible. A Charlotte 49ers football team should at least be competing with Temple. And here's the thing. He's not wrong. That quote said, why do we always insist on playing a gauntlet of a non-conference schedule? He is not wrong at all. Because I was curious what the 49ers non-conference schedule was, like the exact 49ers non-conference schedule was. The non-conference schedule this year hold on, let me pull it up. I just had it pulled up. I apologize. Wow, it literally, I remember having the link up. That's horrible. I do have the conference opponents. Let's just do this. Our non-conference opponents for the year is Appalachian State, UNC. Those two are already pretty daggone good teams. Okay, UNC, not the greatest. I talked about them last week on the podcast. I am supposed to be only talking about Charlotte sports, but the special segment last week was a UNC talk, and I went a little crazy with that one. Back to the thing. Monmouth, Rice. No, this isn't right. No, maybe it is. Monmouth, Rice, South Florida, Army, UTSA, and Georgia. And Georgia's what I'm worried about. But every team that I just named is a pretty dang good team. Even if they're a smaller school, they have got some pretty good football history. Appalachian State, they've got some pretty good football history. UNC, they don't have as good of a football history, I don't personally think, but I mean, they've still got a good football history. Georgia, it's Georgia. We played Georgia week 13. That is the gauntletest of teams that we could have signed up to play for. And we signed up to play the number 5 team in the country as of right now. They're 6-1. That is just crazy. And so, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Charlotte 49ers football team, because there's not much else to say. There really simply isn't. Because we are bottom half in the league in every single stat. Total offensive stats. Total yards, we're 122nd in the FBS. Passing yards, we're 93rd in the FBS. Rushing yards, we're 118th in the FBS. Points, we're 128th in the FBS. Third down percentage, we're tied for 60th in the FBS. Total yards on defense, we're 124th on the FBS. Passing yards on defense, we're 82nd in the FBS. Rushing yards on defense, we're 134th in the FBS. Points on defense, we're 126th in the FBS. Third down percentage on defense, 110th in the FBS. I did not name a single thing on there above 60. We are not top 60 in any stat. And we are only 60th in one. So it's just all around a bad situation. And we really need a win to come up. And I mean, I don't know how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really don't know how much hope we can get at this point. But I think that if we win at home on ESPN2 next week against North Texas, who is 6-1, so it probably won't happen. But if we do, I do think that there's always a chance that we could see a Charlotte 49ers comeback. Not as much of a comeback as I think that it'll be just a slight glimmer of hope for the 26-27 season by the end of the year. But yeah, so I do not see this Charlotte 49ers football team really just... Listen, I had them going 6-6 at the beginning of the year. I predicted their season before the college football season started. I had them going 6-6. I honestly thought Connor Harrell was going to do good. I thought the coaching would be pretty good. I thought that it would be good. But just straight up nothing has been good. Okay? Just straight up nothing. Nothing has been good. Before I go on to the next segment, do you want to know something crazy? So, the reason why I moved in here, right? The reason why I moved everything in here, and then I'm going to the Charlotte 49ers basketball team. This is going to be quick. The reason why I moved everything in here is because look at how much space I have, okay? Look at how much space I have. Now, if you want me to be completely honest, that's my mom's stuff. That's my dad's stuff. But listen, look at how much space I have for the podcast now. I can roll all the way back here. My mic doesn't even reach it, and it's got a boom arm. I have got so much space, it's unbelievable. And what am I going to do with this space? Well, if you guys help me by sharing this video, the plan is to put a green screen behind me and absolutely go ham and try and earn some money from this podcast soon. But yeah, soon there's going to be a green screen behind here. And that's going to be awesome is all I'm saying. It's going to be really cool, though. It's going to be a green screen about right there-ish. Do you see where my hand is? About right here going across. It's going to be like, a retractable one that, like, all the streamers use. So, that's the plan as of right now. It'll probably not be... It probably won't happen in October. It'll probably happen in either December or January when I get the green screen. Unless you guys share. If you guys share, just click the share button, then it'll happen way earlier, and I'll be like the best podcast in the world for Charlotte sports. Anyways, let's go and go to the next segment, Charlotte 49ers basketball.
Now that we've set the stage for the 49ers on the gridiron, let's switch gears and hit the hardwood with the Charlotte 49ers men's basketball team. What's brewing in their camp for the upcoming season?
Okay, so once again I said that the Charlotte 49ers talks today would be a little bit shorter. So will the Charlotte Checkers, really, but just all of it will be a little bit shorter because of the fact that, there's not too terribly much to talk about. But the first, so Charlotte plays one preseason basketball game. They play one preseason basketball game. And it is against North Carolina Wesleyan at home tomorrow. Here are the couple things that I am looking for Charlotte 49ers basketball tomorrow against North Carolina Wesleyan. I'm looking for getting in transition quick. I want to see us get in transition quick. I want to see us play confident. I want to see us play fast-paced like we did last season. And honestly, I think that that's kind of it. We need to pass the ball. We need to play fast pace. We need to work the transition. Kind of play a UNC stylish with, I mean, especially since we've got a couple big guys this year coming in, out of country big guys to be exact. And so I do think that if we can just get in transition quick, play fast, play competitive, then we should be able to really work the front court. And I think that we will probably start off the year 1-0 in terms of preseason. So once again, there is scrimmages with teams before the season starts that not many people know about. And they actually are broadcasted. If give me a couple seconds so that I can just look. Charlotte 49ers basketball schedule. Let me see if it actually has the... Let me see if it's broadcast. I don't know. It's not. Okay, so it's not broadcasted. But you can buy tickets and go watch it. So that's good if you want to. Looks like sitting courtside's already sold out. I mean, you could sit, like, basically courtside. There's 3 seats left for about $23. You could sit at the way top for about $8. I'm kidding. But, I mean, I ain't kidding. Go support the team. But I do think that, once again, if we can fast transition, just play some good, fast, competitive basketball, I think that we will be able to get the one and only preseason win. Especially to be competitive is what we need, considering that the game after that is about a week and a half after playing Indiana State at home. And so I think that playing Indiana State, they have a really fast pace. Okay, last season they were tied for 14th fastest pace in the country. And so they are a really fast-paced team. So if we can kind of counter their fast-paced team, if that makes sense, if we can counter their abilities to be fast-paced, then I think that we should be able to work the transition and just get across the front court very well and get that preseason win. Anyways, I told you it'd be short, and it really was short. Let's go to the Charlotte Checkers hockey team.
The 49ers finished throwing down dunks. Now we throw down some gloves. Because it's time for the Charlotte Checkers to punch people in the face on ice. A good old line brawl. Let's get after it.
Okay. So where I left off last time, we were covering the first 2 games against the Providence Bruins on the 12th, and then the 11th game at 6:05 where we won 4-3, and then we lost to the Bruins on the 12th 6-3. Now, we played within this week. We played 2 more games. Now, through the 17th through the 25th are all away games. Well, home games. Home games. Well, Checkers, they take down the Iowa Wild on their opening night home game, which is a great sign to start off the year. Now, let's watch this clip. I had this pulled up a minute ago. Yeah. I just want y'all to see this real quick because this was a crazy goal. Crazy goal. Like, I mean, insane goal. Okay? I mean, it was crazy. So, I wonder if you can slow this down. You probably can't. It's on X. Let's just run it like this. If you watch him right here. Look at his helmet. The reason why... Okay, so when he gets the puck... See, I know... I'm a pretty big hockey fan, so I know a lot about hockey. I've learned a lot about hockey watching it. I'm trying to show you guys Kai Schwindt's goal. Can't seem to do that, though. It won't work. Let's just do this and finish talking about them, and maybe it'll pull up. But I wonder if we could just go to the actual X thing. That'll probably be easier. It'll probably pull up. Oh, yeah, that works. And I can slow it down. Perfect. Sorry for that. Alright, let's go back to that. And I'm going to do a little demonstration with this. This was his first ever goal in the AHL. In the AHL, this was his first ever goal. Sorry, it's black for a second. Kai Schwindt's first AHL goal. It was Kai Schwindt's first AHL goal. This is Kai Schwindt right here. 24. And this is what I love about hockey. Watch Schwindt. Look, so he starts off this play. But I love the rotation about hockey. Watch him. He passes to 14. Schwindt runs in while 14 leads both of these defenders back. Now, what does that do? Because he led both of those defenders back... Watch him. Look. He was supposed to be getting Schwindt, but because he's staring at him, he doesn't see Schwindt anymore. He thinks one of these three guys is going to go on Schwindt. So, look. Once again, Schwindt, he starts out the play. Then 14, he cuts back and tries to pass it back to Schwindt, but he can't. But watch this. Schwindt ends up getting the puck. So, look. Because Schwindt passed it to him and 14 could lead the defenders towards him, that led Schwindt to be open for the pass here, which then led for Schwindt on a absolute highlight reel goal that if you slow it down, watch this, he catches it, shoots it, top right. Look at the puck. That is the puck right there. Top right of the net, bounces out and around. I mean, that is a absolute crazy goal for his first ever goal. And the best part about it is I like how Schwindt also kind of leads the defenders back here to be looking over here with his eyes. So look, the second he gets the puck, he doesn't really start looking at the goal. He starts off looking over here as if there's almost a player over here. So look at his head. He's kind of looking over here a little bit in this area. But then if you see him, this is the moment where he kind of turns his... So this is the moment where he's looking over here to lead those defenders to make them think he's going to pass it back to this guy. But Schwindt, on his first ever goal, says, nope, I ain't passing it back. Let's look right at the goal, take an absolute snipe of a shot, and get that right in the goal. I mean, just an absolute beauty of a shot. Absolute beauty. Couldn't have been executed any better. Really couldn't have. I'm just being honest. It really could not have been any better. First, Iowa Wild highlights. Now, this game was the game yesterday. I also want to show you this real quick. If I can find it. It was... Not there. Sorry, it's going to take me a second. I should have had this pulled up before. Period 2. Right. Yeah, okay, so right here. This was just beautiful play from this Checkers team. I mean, absolutely beautiful play from this Checkers team. I gotta learn how to actually do, like, film study and, like, have, like, a... You know, like, Fox on NFL, like, when they're reviewing film, they, like, have, like, the little, like... digital markers, and they like circle, oh, this is where the puck is, oh, this is where the ball is, he's in cover 3 formation, and you can see these 2 defenders. That would be so good. That gave me an idea, and guess what? I'm gonna do it. Oh man, that'd be so cool. But look at this play. So if you watch him, watch 4, he cuts back, but watch, this is another example of this. And this is what I've noticed watching these highlight reels, because y'all know they'll watch the highlights of the smaller teams, because respectfully, I'm not paying money to watch an AHL squad. I am a fan of them because it's Charlotte, but I'm not watching them on TV live because, honestly, until I start getting money, I ain't paying for that, okay? If y'all get me money, oh, thank you very much. But listen, so if you watch it, and it's going to go black when I try and do this, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Could I do this? That just looks bad. But if you watch 4 right here, let's try and slow it down. That would be good. That would work. Yeah, that would work. That would work. So watch 4. Watch 4 right here. As they're going down, watch him. So he actually, this is another example of leading the defenders up. Once again, I said that a minute ago. This is another example of them leading the defenders up. Watch this. He cuts this way, so then 88 comes in to try and get him. So that means both of these defenders, watch him. He's over here. That means both of these defenders are in on just 4. That means they're both just in on him, which then leads him to be able to come in on the guy 88 should have been on, and then a beautiful play there. So let's look at that again. Who was 88 supposed to be covering? 28. Who ended up getting the goal? 28. You want to know why he got the goal? Because watch this. Watch once again how 4 leads the defenders with his body movements and his eyes. So he looks this way. This is where I want to stop it at first. He looks across to the guy way back here at first. To the guy way at the back. But then where he steps back with the puck, that's when he continues to skate forward because his eyes are still on him. Let's go back to 47 seconds. Look. His eyes are on him. His eyes are on him. His eyes are still on him, which leads to 88 to think, oh, he's going to pass it to him. Let's commit to this guy so then he doesn't get the puck and score. Watch this. 88, he slowly slides off of him. Did you see him kind of slide off of him here? Watch him slide off of 28. 88 slides off of him. He should have been on him. Watch him. He should have been on 29. But guess what? He slides off of him because of his eyes. The whole time his eyes were on this guy. So that leads 88 to slide off of him, which then leads him to change his direction of eyes. The second 88's stick goes out. Watch how his stick goes out. Did you see how his stick went out? His stick goes out like that. Just slightly out. And that's when he puts it back on his forehand and passes to him. Then it's a perfect top right goal for the Checkers. honestly, I mean, that is just a perfect play. It really is, though. I mean, it really just is a perfect play from the Checkers team. And that's just, I mean, that's kind of just the truth. I mean, it is just some perfect play from the Checkers. And I mean, you can say, two, and then the goal right after it was good too. Right here. That wasn't as good, but it was just, I mean, that was kind of the goalie's fault, if you want me to be honest. But the fact that they are that good at leading the defenders away, just simply like that, makes me love the start to this season for the Checkers. Now, before we move on, I do want to do this, though. Nicholas Najilski, he is the head media member for the Charlotte Checkers team. Here are some... he asked Kinnear on what he liked from tonight's game. The head coach. The head coach, Jordy Kinnear, on what he liked from tonight's game. He said, quote, "It's great for me at the start of the year because you see at the end of last year and see what we have to get through to the building blocks and the teaching moments. We have a lot of new players and we have a lot of young players. Sachin comes in from junior St. Martin Lundmark. All these kids have come in, and as coach, you've got to be a really good teacher. That way they'll start to learn the systems and how we want to play. The thing I liked tonight was the leaders led in the first period and put the game away because that's not always easy to do, and that is a perfect example of what happened tonight. Now, I mean, it's just everything about the Iowa series was good, and I mean, you really cannot take away from that. It really just was a good game. For them. So, now, we're going to move on to the next segment, the Charlotte Hornets, and then the Panthers, and we're done.
Sticking with Charlotte sports, let's jump over to the Hornets and see what's going on with them in the NBA world.
Okay, so the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets. This is also, there is also a couple of film tapes I want to show you as well from this. Was this the right game? I'm sorry. I'm kind of messing up here. Yeah, that's the right game. It was right here. It was the first. This is just one thing I want to show you from the Hornets game. Now, I don't want to show you much from the Hornets game because I do want to talk about the first upcoming regular season game. But if we take a look at this Tijan Salon moment, which the Hornets really want Tijan Salon to get going. I mean, they do. They really do. And the way to create the play here really got me going. Also, by the way, guys, I am liking this whole film study thing. I'm going to start doing this from now on. This is good. I think I'm a good film study or whatever. Look, so it's a pick and roll play right here. You can tell because the screen there, he rolls it over. Salon gets it. Salon, he does a little stutter step here, then comes back right. But what I like about him is that when the pressure comes into him, Watch. There's a little bit of pressure right there. He knows that he can't just shoot. He knows that he can't just step back and shoot either. So what he does is a quick little Euro step, shot, and not only that, but he drew the foul. Just that entire play sequence was really good. Let's just watch it again. Then watch. Catches it off the pick and roll. Stutter step. Leads the defender to the left. He led the defender to the left. Then also the fact that he uses his eyes right there. Do you see how he looked to the right to Zion James to kind of make 44 OG Anunoby think that he was going to pass it? Then up and in. That's all the film I wanted to show you for that one. I just thought that was a really good play from TJ on Salon. But that was the last preseason game for the Hornets. The next, and yes, I've got Carolina Panthers highlights ready because I do actually really love this whole highlights thing. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. I get this is crazy how I'm doing this mid-video. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to type something in. Just be patient with me. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, once again, that was the last preseason game. It was the last preseason game. And I think that... Okay, so let's put it this way. The Hornets play the Brooklyn Nets going into their first regular season game. In preseason, they were 2-3. They started off slow, but for the record, it is a new Hornets team, and I talked about that last episode. The first 2 losses against the Thunder, when the Thunder weren't really playing anyone good, I think that it was just kind of a little bit of a just shake-up of the team that really just, I mean, they didn't know their identity yet, so that's kind of what happened. But they played the Nets for their first home game. First game. It is a home game, but for the first regular season game, they played the Nets. LaMelo will be back. It's technically a game time decision, but he is very expected to be back. And I think that the preseason showed our identity of the team, and I think that we are still a, street ball type team. I feel like that's kind of how we played last year. We played a little street ball-y. LaMelo was, stepping back, daggone, in the driveway on a Friday night with the boys. I feel like if we can start this season off, finally, with just a good, comfortable win. I don't care if it's a good-looking win. I just care if it is a win by more than like 3 points. If it is a win that isn't actually that close, like if we win by more than 10 to start the season, that shows that we might have a chance to have a good year. But it seems like we always, and this is going to sound crazy, but if you really look at it, the past couple years, the Hornets have not been good. They've won like 19 games every year the past 3 years. Well, if you look at it, the Hornets, most of the time when they lose and they get beat by like, I would say 5 at the most. They barely lose. And when they do get absolutely smacked, it's like 10 times a season and it's by like 30. And yeah, 30 is a big margin, but 10 times a season there's 82 games. So yes, they do need to fix the whole losing scenario. But I do think that we are indeed going to have a good year if we can just start off comfortably. That's all I want to do. Just start off comfortably, and we can absolutely get off to a hot start quick. And I mean quick. So I do think that we should very well be a pretty good team this season if LaMelo stays healthy, and if Brandon Miller stays healthy, and if our rookie class, Stephen A. Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, all the analysts in the NBA, Shams, all the analysts in the NBA say that is the best rookie class in the league, should very well be a good team. I think that it should very well be a good team, and I think that as long as we can just, once again, get it going quick, get everything going quick and easy, then I think that we will have a hot start, and I think that that's all we need. We just need a hot start. We just need confidence. We just need composure. We just need a hot start. It's kind of what I was talking about the Panthers before the season started. The Carolina Panthers. They needed a hot start. And did they get it? No. Right now, they're actually 4-3 on the year, and they're doing great. They're playing pretty well. But the Hornets, they need a hot start. They've got an NBA champion as their coach. Not like a player NBA champion. He was the assistant coach for the NBA champion team. But every time during them timeouts when the game was close, if you paid attention, because here's the thing. As a North Carolinian sports fan, I feel like it is my privilege and my duty to be able to have a second team that I can almost, how do I say this? I feel like that I should be able to have a second favorite team that is actually really good, so then I have absolutely, so then I can actually like a team. So that doesn't mean that they're like my favorite team. No, not at all. But I think that we are definitely I'm sorry, I figured something out. You'll see in a second. But I think that we are definitely a good squad that just needs a good start, a hot start, and a start that really, if we just get off to that hot start, I think that we should be a great team, and we should very well have a good year. That's honestly what I think. Now, let's go into the final segment of the day. Let's have a little more film study session for the Carolina Panthers. Let's go, Carolina Panthers. I'm wearing a Panthers jersey right now, if you didn't already know. Let's go.
Hardwood for the... And to wrap it all up, we'll trade the hardwood for the turf and check in on the Carolina Panthers, because there's always something to talk about in the NFL.
Okay. So, I am very proud of myself because I wrote a ton of stuff for the Panthers. But before we read some of that stuff that I wrote in briefer language, let's do some film study, because guess what I was searching up earlier when you guys didn't know? Guess what I had in store? Of course, once again, Spotify 5 years, you won't be able to see the film study. But guess what I just found? I found a literal drawing on the screen website. So now I can literally do film study perfectly. Like, best case scenario for me. Okay. So let's go and try this out. I guess this is like a first time trying thing. It'll be fun though. Hey, I mean, it'll be fun. Let's go in. First of all, let's watch this first play right here. I do think that this was a very good play by Bryce. And if you watch, so this is, actually, I do want to stop it there before we even watch the play. I have seen this a lot for the Panthers lately. Whoever, and it could be no, because most of the time it is a running back on the left side. Okay. So they have 4 receivers, 2 bunched up here, it's 2 bunched up here on the line. So 2 spread receivers way to the right, 2 bunch receivers right next to the O-line on the left side. Well, what do they usually have right here? If we go to right before the play starts, you can see that they have 1 running back all the way to the left. And I don't know what Dave Canales is working up here, but it seems to be working pretty good. Because this is what I've honestly noticed. I mean, I'm not just saying this. I've noticed this from Dave Canales and the staff. He is going to motion the running back over, but when he motions the running back over, you would think that either he goes here or he goes like this, which Dave Canales does do. He does do that a lot, but I have seen this so much. He either puts Chuba, he either puts Rico, or he either puts Trevor Etienne. The past 3 weeks that we've gotten these 3 wins, I've seen this same formation almost every single play. And we put the running back all the way to the left side next to those 2 receivers on bunch formation right here. That's Leggett and Trimble. Well, look. Etienne, this is just the Etienne example. He's not going to go here. And he's not going to go here either. He's going to run all the way like 5 yards past the 50 hash mark, then run back around the quarterback and go on this crazy run thing. And then I think he ends up catching the ball, if I'm correct. Actually, no, he doesn't. But this is usually the route. It's either around the quarterback and then come back around, so it's that long route right there, or around the quarterback and then cut this way, which we saw with Rico Dowdle a lot the other day. Just a mesh route, but you come in and then back out. In fact, that led to a touchdown the other day. So if you watch it, once again, he's going to come around here, wrap back around. Then I'm not going to draw the rest of the play here because I think he might come this way or that way. But watch, he's going to run back around here. Then watch this. After he runs back around here, he stops there. But that's because Bryce dropped the football and he had to throw it away, so he knew he wasn't getting the ball there. But that leads the defense out of position, and it makes them think, oh, what do I do? Now, another great play was this 3rd and 5 right here. And honestly, I get it was 3rd and 5. But listen, and I get that I'm saying a 3rd and 5 miscue was a great play. That sounds crazy saying that a missed pass was a good play. But I like how Bryce led with his eyes here. Look, so he's looking this way as if he's going to throw it this way to start it. Then, let's actually slow it down a little. Watch this. He's going to snap it there. He instantly looks back that way, then back the other way. So once again, let's go back to about here. He's going to look. So he started off looking this way. If we unpause it for a second, he's going to start back looking that way, and then watch as his head moves back over. He moves back over, pivots his foot, throws deep to Leggett, and I think he was aiming towards Leggett. It was kind of tough to tell if he was going towards Coker or Leggett there, but I do like how Bryce leads with his eyes there. That's the field goal. Oh, copyright. Okay, it's just a black screen for a second. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. But I really do. I think that the Panthers are motioning guys a lot more, especially, and I didn't really explain this part, I think that they're motioning the guys a lot more now because they've learned that they've got some really versatile guys. They don't have, like, physical guys. They do. They definitely do. Like, Chuba Hubbard's a physical guy. I mean, Tommy Tremble's a pretty physical guy. Xavier Leggett's a pretty physical guy. But I think that they're not as physical as they possibly could be. Now, here's the thing. This is the last little film thing of the day. Because I do want to show you guys this. If we go back, this was our first drive after this 4th and 6. They pinned us back deep. Look, so we see another motion play. On this play, Tremble started off here. He comes back, runs this way. And look what happens. I love Rico Dowdle because of this right here. Look, he snaps it, gets the ball pitched to him. Then look at Rico Dowdle right here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I wish I could almost slow-mo it more than it already is. So watch how he pivots his foot back to back. He is going to cut right, then back left. So watch this. Watch Rico Dowdle. He pivots right there, then pivots again right there, and then gets down. Just the fact that he has the mental abilities to know when to pivot, where to pivot. Off the jump, too. I mean, in slow motion, that cut right there. That cut right there was just so good. Watch about the 13-yard line right about here. In this area. Watch how he just bang. Just look at that. Like he made a mark in the grass. Once again, watch there, watch there, watch there. Bang. Off the jump. He jumps over that guy. Then pivot. Cut back again. Gets hit and still gets about 3 extra yards after getting hit. So, I mean, really, it's such a good, just everything. for the Panthers so far. Not only this year, or not only this game, but truth be told, just in general, the past couple weeks, the Panthers have looked great. And by the way, once again, I'm going to repeat myself. That whole film study thing that I just did, that's happening again. That was really fun. I actually do like film study. I've been trying to figure out how to do it. I just didn't, honestly, I didn't know how but let's actually talk about what I wrote down for just a couple minutes. I mean, we're an hour into this podcast. 3 straight wins, which we have not had a record above .500 since 2019. We had Cam Newton then. And guess who backed up Cam Newton? After he got injured, we played Kyle Allen. After Kyle Allen got benched in week 16 and 17, we played Will Grier. Those were our 3 quarterbacks. Will Grier, Kyle Allen, and Cam Newton. I forgot those 3 guys. I really did. I mean, not Cam Newton. Cam Newton will always be in my mind. But it has taken so long that I don't even remember anything about Kyle Allen or Will Grier, except the fact that every Panthers fan, and I still don't know why that they did this, every Panthers fan in the world, for some reason, thought that like Kyle Allen was about to be the next daggone Tom Brady and lead us to like 6 Super Bowls. Like everyone was buying jerseys, everyone was going crazy, like, oh my gosh, Kyle Allen is the GOAT. No, he did terrible. He played good like 2 games. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, is this our new guy? No, he wasn't. Just everything is crazy right now with the Panthers. But I think we finally might be on track. Like, I think we may finally be on track. And that's crazy to even think. Now, yes, Bryce Young did indeed get hurt. Now, I'm sure all of you guys were wondering what I thought of it. But no, he's not badly hurt. He walked himself off the field perfectly fine. It honestly looked like his ankle pulled a slight muscle or something. Because not only did he walk off looking 100% fine, after he had gotten injured on that play where the defensive lineman stepped on his ankle, he had played like 4 snaps after his initial injury with no problems. So I'm almost guaranteeing that we will see Bryce Young another start next week at home against the Bills. Our defense, though, this week and the past like 4 weeks has played phenomenal. Ajiro Rivera is a tough situation because 1 second you want him gone, no matter what, as quick as possible. But then the next second, he coaches perfectly and on the road. Allows 6 points throughout the whole game, and we played so good that they benched Justin Fields for Tyrod Taylor. I don't even barely know who Tyrod Taylor is anymore. I genuinely don't. And the fact that our defense looked that good, our running backs looked great still. Both Rico and Chuba played wonderful, and the fact that Bryce still looked really good. And yeah, of course, he didn't have that good of stats, but he hasn't had good of stats the past 3 weeks, and I'm not the only one analyst in the world saying he played great. Listen, you have to give him credit. He looked composed, he looked comfortable, and again, played great. He looked composed in the pocket, looked comfortable in the pocket, looked just all out. I mean, honestly dominant, and I get once again, he did not score many points, but the Jets have a great defense. No matter how bad their record shows, it's all their offense so far this year. Their defense is still Sauce Gardner. Their defense is still the Jets' defense. They have got so many good guys on that Jets defense, and I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they've got a top 10 defense. So the fact that we played, at least competed with that defense, gives me hope. And you know, it also gives me hope. The momentum that we have. So going into the Bills home game with this much momentum, that gives me so much hope. Because it gets me excited on the inside. Because here's the other thing. If we split the series with the Packers and Bills, let's say we beat the... Let's go the probably more likely scenario, which is we... Actually, I ain't going to say that because we are really good at home. So let's just say we beat the Bills, we lose to the Packers. Let's say that. We beat the Bills, lose to the Packers. That would make us 5-4. Then we beat the Saints, our rivals. That would make us 6-4 to start the first 10 games. The last time that happened was 2018 with Cam Newton starting. So that would also be huge. So Panthers fans, get ready, because let me tell you right now, it is a new era of Panthers football coming up. I mean, we are looking pretty dominant right now. There are still a couple things that need to be fixed. But if we show at least a little bit of hope in the Bills game, if we don't allow like 40 points like we did at Patriots, and if we play decent against the Bills, and especially if we upset the Bills, if we beat Josh Allen and the Bills, now I ain't getting my hopes up, but if that happens, that would be 4 straight wins. That would mean we were 5-3. And we would probably, hopefully at that point, be first in the NFC South by then. And so there's a new era of football coming up, and I want every one of you Panthers fans to be ready for it. Anyways, that is the end of the Buzz and Roar show. Thanks for hanging out on the Buzz and Roar show. If you want more sports stuff from Charlotte to anywhere else that throws the ball, check out my YouTube channel, Ethan, capital E, Ethan, capital T, the capital B broadcaster. And hey, if you're already watching this on YouTube, welcome. You're in the right place. If you're listening somewhere else like Spotify, go and hit subscribe on YouTube too. It's like the same thing, but with more visuals and less background noise. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out, or don't. I'm not your boss. See you next time on the Buzz and Roar show. Keep pounding. Go Hornets. Go 49ers. Hopefully they'll get a win this week. Go Checkers. Charlotte sports. We're looking up from here. Let's go, boys. Give me a high five to leave the day. Come on, Spotify viewers. Come on, give me a high five. I get you can't see me, Spotify, but give me a high five. YouTube, come on, give me a high five. Hold on, I'm still high-fiving. Give me a high five. Let's go. Let's go, Charlotte. Let's go, Charlotte. Just Charlotte athletics in general. Yep, high five, high five. Fist bump. Do you like fist bumps better? Yeah, high five. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Anyways, that'll do it. See you guys next time on the Buzz and Roar Show.
Thanks for listening to Buzz and Roar. We talk about sports, all kinds of sports. If you like the show, hit subscribe or follow. We'll be back soon with more stuff to share. Thanks again, and see you next time.